Hi everyone, welcome. My name is Lark. This is episode 2 of my YouTube series, The Lark Logs. Welcome. I am documenting my journey to financial greatness over the course of 2 years. If that's of interest to you, then please like and subscribe. I would be very grateful. I hope everyone is well. It is so hot in England right now. My flat, I literally have a thermometer on my desk and it is about 32 degrees. And it's 10 o'clock at night. It is so hot. So I hope everyone is coping okay in the heat. I have spent this whole week pretty much in front of a fan. And I have been planning the budget for my new salary because I just started a new job. And the moment I get paid, I really want to hit the ground running. I should get paid on the 24th of July, which is not this Thursday, but the Thursday coming. And I will make I think about £2,200 after tax, which I believe is just under 3,000 US dollars. And because I haven't had a salary in so long, I've been making a list of everything that I want to buy when I can finally afford to do so. And at the end of this video, I'm going to talk about the 5 which I'm most excited about. I really can't wait. But before then, I'm just going to talk a bit about my budgeting because I have made a bit of progress on planning and preparing for cash stuffing. I finally have a binder. I got this one from Amazon. I went for green for prosperity. It did come with 12 folders, but I'm going to replace these with my own envelopes that I make, and it also came with labels. If you want to take a look, I will link it down in the description. But what I really need to do if I'm going to make envelopes is to plan what the envelopes are going to be for, which is exactly what I've done this week. So I have about 15 that I'm planning for, which are a combination of bills, personal funds, and then savings. And the way I'm going to budget is using the 50-30-20 ratio. I'm going to put 50% of my salary into bills and then 30 into personal spending and 20 into savings. And I've already done part of the maths because I thought if I record and try and do the maths, I am sure I'm going to go wrong. So hopefully this is visible. I think it is. My salary of 2,200, 50% on bills is 1,100, and then 660 is what I would spend or budget for personal funds, and then £440 would then go into savings. And what I did was, because I already have quite a few direct debits and standing orders, I thought, well, they're probably going to align with some of these envelopes already, which kind of will give me a benchmark for the value that I want to save for each of them. So in bills, I have my rent, which is $725, and utilities, which is energy, because my flat's all electric. I have my energy bill, water, council tax, and then broadband, and that's $405. I was really shocked when I calculated that. And then I have security, which is insurance. That's £21, and altogether that's £1,151, which is £51 over my budget. And what I need to do is find a way of reducing my utilities by £51, and until I do, I need to take it out of personal or savings. I'm going to take it out of personal because I would rather save my money. So going on to personal, for self-care, I'm already spending £42 through direct debits. That is actually for my contact lenses, because I have really terrible eyesight, so I get contact lenses sent through the post each month. Then leisure is 26. Charity, I have been donating to charity every month £5 for a couple of years now. Actually, this amount, funnily enough, I'm giving it to the Cats Protection, and they're entering me into a lottery. And I've won money on this lottery a couple of times now, and it's always come at the time when I've needed money the most. So it's like the cats are watching out for me. Then I have £40 on business, which are things like Microsoft subscription and ChatGPT, because I do a lot of coding in my work, and ChatGPT is really good at debugging code. And then I am putting £80 a month towards groceries and £50 towards public transport, which comes to only £243, which is really good because that means I have £417 left in my budget still. And if I take off that £51 from the bills, then I have £366 left, which is a pretty good amount. This, I'm going to start doing the maths myself now on camera, so this is where it will probably fall apart. But what I want to plan now is just how I'm going to divide my savings. I think because I have been living in my overdraft for so long, I really need to get out of it, because I get charged for being in my overdraft the further into my overdraft I am, which has a limit of £2,000. The more I pay in interest, which I hate doing, so I will probably not put too much money into savings this month. Once I get paid, I'm only going to put £10 into each of my savings pots, and the things that I'm saving for, I should write this down, are for family. I want money that if ever I need to give money to my family, I can do that. Then I have an emergency fund just for myself. Emergency. This is where my spelling goes wrong as well. Then retirement. And what else? Oh, I want to buy a house. This is all. Probably getting ahead of myself. A car and a holiday. And yeah, so this month I'm only going to put £10 in each of these pots. But something is better than nothing. And when I do eventually get out of my overdraft, or at least get out far enough that I'm not paying very much in interest, the amount that I'm going to do is, I have 6 here, so I'm just going to divide the 440 by 6, which is £73. So I'm just going to go for £73 for each. And that is the budget for my savings monthly. So I'm just going to make a note, monthly. Oops. And then, once I can actually start putting more money towards my personal spending, the way that I'm going to divide it up, so I'm going to add to what I already have coming out. I'm not going to remove any of my direct debits at the moment, because to be honest, they're all kind of essential ones that I rely on. And the leisure ones, maybe I probably could actually get rid of those if I need to, but I'll think about that. So it's things like Amazon Music, and it's like one of the small luxuries I have is listening to music on headphones without ads. So I think I'll keep it, but I don't know. So self-care, personal. I am going to actually, I'll write all of these down first, and then I'll divide it up. So self-care, leisure, charity, business, because I want to start my own business, and the money is going to go towards registering the business, buying insurance, things like that. also like startup costs, then groceries, and public transport. Although if I can finally get a car, then that would be great. And so the values that I eventually want to put into here, I made a note of them on another piece of paper, which is off screen. Self-care, I'm going to increase that from, 42 to 200. I feel like I've been depriving myself of self-care for a really long time. So 200. Then for charity, I want to increase this to £40. I will probably balance these out a bit better in the future. I will probably give more to charity eventually. But I think an increase from 5 to 40 is still quite good. And I want to donate to more charities. I already give a lot of stuff to charity shops. Then for leisure, I'm increasing that from, what was that originally? £26 to 140. One of the reasons why the self-care and leisure are so high is so I can actually afford some of the things that I want that are on my list. Business is increasing to, I think it was 40, and I'm going to increase it to 80. And then groceries, I will increase to 120. So that was an increase of £40. And then at transport, I'm going to increase that to £80. Though if I keep it at £50, I could actually give more to the car fund and then avoid public transport. You know, I may actually decide to put this towards a bike, because I have wanted a bike for quite a while. Ideally, I just want to be in control of my own transportation. It would be so much easier. So that is that. So we have kind of an idea now of what I'm going to save and the envelopes that I need to make. And I'm going to do that, next week. That's probably next week's video. Some of these things, though, that I really want to buy. Number one, and this is my sister's idea. So this is the 5 things that I'm really excited about. I am so excited to get one perfume, which is, my sister's idea. She suggested, because I'm starting a new job and I just finished my PhD and I'm like in a new era of my life, that I should get a perfume, a scent to go with that. So whenever I smell it in the future, I'll always think of this time. And I thought, that's such a good idea. I don't know what perfume I'm going to get, so if you have any suggestions, I'd be very grateful. Please comment. And I also want to get a pair of, I wanted to get a pair of white tall hunter Wellington boots, but because it's taken me so long to get this salary and to finish the PhD, they seem to have been sold out, so I'm going to have to get light grey, which maybe is the best, because if I wear them outside in the mud, because I live in a very rural area, white probably isn't the best idea. But I was really inspired by, I like watching pageants, and I was watching Miss Florida USA from 1972 or 73, and they came out wearing these tall white boots. It looked really good, and after that I thought, yes, I want a pair very similar to that. I'm going to go for Wellington boots though, because this is England. Obviously I have to get wellies. And another thing, these are probably the less interesting to other people, these things that I want to get, but I really want to get a gym membership, because I used to have one, but then I couldn't afford it anymore, so I never renewed it. but I really enjoyed going. I liked using the weight machines. When I first started my PhD and I had more money, I made like a home gym for myself. But now I kind of just want to go out and see people again. Because when I started, it was also during the lockdowns. So that is why the home gym was useful. And I also want to get a storage unit, or rent a storage unit, which probably sounds really boring, but I have so many things like books and clothes and I have loads of containers for some reason, just lots and lots of containers, and I would love to put those into storage. So although I'm saying that I would buy storage unit, what I'm really doing is buying space and some peace of mind in my room. And the fifth thing that I really can't wait to buy is new journals, because I really like journaling. I have this fitness journal, which is by Clever Fox. I'll link this down below because this is such a good planner. I don't want to reveal all my details, but if I go towards the end, that's not, yeah. Like, these are so good. You can have a look. You write down what you eat, essentially you're calorie counting the carbs, counting your weight. I'm someone who just loves data. I think the more I keep, the better. And unfortunately, because I was doing my PhD when I started these, I didn't really get to put as much effort into them as I would have liked. And like I said, I was calorie counting, but all my meals were really easy meals, just to save myself some time so I could write my thesis. And so I'm looking forward to getting a new journal and working on it properly. And another journal that I got this one for Christmas. It's a wellness journal from Legend. And again, I won't show you because it contains really embarrassing personal stuff, which I wouldn't want anyone else to see. But yeah, because I did it during my thesis, and I had set myself goals like submit my thesis within the next 3 months, and it never happened, and it was really disappointing. But I did accomplish some things from there, but I do want to start another one, and I will link these two below because these journals in particular I really enjoyed, and I do a lot of journaling, but yeah, maybe you want to take a look. I really can't wait to get these things. I can't wait until the 24th when I'm paid and I can kickstart my cash stuffing videos. And that's pretty much it from me. It's a slightly longer video than last time. Next week I will do some crafts, I hope. Unless something goes wrong. But wish me luck. I hope that everyone is staying cool in this weather and having a great day. Thank you for listening. Please like and subscribe. Thanks. Bye.